Greetings, YouTube lovers and friends. Thanks for checking out this video. As you can see, I'm not wearing my normal attire. I don't have my sunglasses on. I'm doing this for one of the commenters on my video. His name is Reese. It was constructive criticism. It was something along the lines of when people can see someone else's eyes, they come across as more genuine or trustworthy or something along those lines. And my response was, I wear the sunglasses to protect you, the viewer, because the more of my face you can see, the more likely it is you could die from my ugliness. So if anything happens, if you should die while watching this video, it's not my fault, it's Reese's. But anyways, when it comes to my looks, when I do these videos, I don't watch them, I don't listen to them. Once they're done, I put them up. And I think, one, I don't like the way I sound on the videos, and two, when it comes to my looks, I think a lot of that goes back to my childhood. I can remember being in elementary school and in early junior high, I had acne, worse than most people my age. And I can remember being called pizza face and ugly, and then later in my teen years I saw my friends dating and having girlfriends, and I didn't. And then I moved to a new city when I was in my early 20s, and I was there for about 5 years, and I had a total of one date. And then after that, when I did start dating, or finally getting a few dates, I think a lot of it was settling on people just because I didn't want to be alone. And if somebody said, well, what would my ideal type of woman be? It would be somebody that is thin, in shape, attractive, creative, artistic, basically writing, plays an instrument, guitar, keyboards. That's something I would like, but I don't think that type of person exists for me. Anyways, enough of that. So, Reese, thanks for leaving your comment. I'd also like to thank Dave Wilmore and The Rose That Grew from Concrete for leaving your comments. Leaving your comments makes doing these videos more fun. I try to respond to everything. If I don't respond, it's either because I haven't got to it yet, or I don't know what to say. Sometimes writing comes naturally for me, sometimes it's more difficult, and I just give up because I get stuck on, should this word come before this word or after this word, and I just say to hell with it. I don't leave a comment, but I always try to give a thumbs up or something. Anyways, this video, I guess I'm going to answer a couple questions because Dave Wilmore posted some really good questions. I'm going to try to answer those, and I guess this video is going to kind of deal with maybe pushing people away too, I guess. We just got to go with it. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully it will be interesting and entertaining, and hopefully people will sit all the way through. But Dave wrote some good questions. The first one is, do I hate people, or do I hate the emotions that I feel when involved with people, especially when I'm in conflict with people? That's a very tough question. I don't hate people. I think the best word for me would be I'm very aloof. Just detached. I don't need people, I guess, in my life right now. I don't want people. I don't feel anything towards people. That's not saying that I can't. It's just I'm very guarded. I try to keep a wall up. I don't want to be close to anybody. I don't want to have feelings for anybody, whether it's a friendship or whatever. And do I hate the emotions that I feel? It's interesting. I think for a borderline, I think most can relate to this. When I first meet someone and it's in that idealistic stage, and I think I'm all important to that person is all important to me. That's like a high. I really love it because I feel like I'm appreciated or loved, and that's like a super high, and I wish that feeling could like just be like that always. It's when the conflict starts appearing. Um, that's when that's where the emotions start to bother me because it's very there's a lot of turmoil involved, and it can, that high of feeling important to somebody is no longer there, and it goes from that jubilation to just a lot of conflicting emotions. It can be angry, it can be sad, it can be happy again, and it just depending on where that relationship is and what's taking place in it. But the emotions of anger and sadness, they're incredibly intense. And I hate those emotions, and I hate dealing with that. And I think that's part of the reason why I have a wall up, is because I don't want to be dealing with the intense emotions of being sad and the intense emotions of being angry. And it's not something that goes away in a day or two. It's something that can last, weeks. And it, makes me depressed. So when people leave comments that, borderlines like to destroy relationships and it makes us happy, or, we like to punish people, that could be further from the truth, at least for me. And I think a lot of people are in my boat that, we're not taking pleasure in it. There's feelings that, the intense anger, the intense sadness, it's not fun. There's nothing enjoyable about that. It doesn't go away right away. It lasts, and, it's something that becomes, like an obsession. And for me, generally, it can take weeks or months to get over someone. So I don't know. I'm giving a long answer. I love that high of that idealistic stage of a relationship, whether it's significant other or friendship. When I feel important, everything is great. There's no arguments. I feel like I really have a great friend, or girlfriend or whatever. That I love. When that stage is in the idealistic stage, love it. It's great. It's once it gets out of that stage, and then the situation becomes more real, that's where I start hating some of the emotions, like the intense anger and sadness. And so hopefully, if you've got questions, leave them. I'll try my best to answer them. Next question: Are you splitting in your view of people right now because I'm depressed or angry? Kind of answered that. I don't even think I'm splitting people right now. I think I just have a wall up, and I don't want. One, I don't have the energy to invest in people. Two, I think I'm tired of the conflict that comes with relationships. I think the best word, maybe give up. I've just given up on it. I don't care. I think that probably has a lot to do with just being depressed and just having given up, and just not caring anymore. And I'll give you a good example, because this video is going to be about pushing people away in that. And I can have conflict with people. It doesn't matter whether they're in real life or whether they're online or whatever. And it doesn't matter whether they're a relative, a significant other, a friendship. It's all across the spectrum. Anybody that makes me feel important, or that I'm appreciated, or that I'm loved, or that I'm special in some way, Um, I can idealize them. So anyways, this is dealing with somebody online, and I had been corresponding with them, and it was very, very kind of neutral. And so then we just started talking, and they left. They said something to the effect of, "By the way, I'm very sweet," or something like that. And I didn't respond back. It was kind of like, okay, well, I'm not going to respond back. It's my computer making that noise. I'm not going to respond back. I'm going to wait for this person to contact me again. And they didn't. And so I could tell that these feelings were starting to develop if I wasn't careful, where I could become unhappy or depressed. And so basically I just sent the person a message, said, listen, it's good knowing you, great talking to you. Don't, we can't be friends. You're a casualty of my past. Don't contact me anymore, and let's just leave it at that. And sent that off. And, that could be borderline manipulation, because there's some borderlines, and even me in the past, I could write something and say, hey, don't write me, don't call me, but what they really mean is call me or write me. And if you don't do that, then they're going to be even more pissed at you. But when I sent that, I really meant, don't write, just don't write me back, just let it go. And that just kind of goes to that second question there. I didn't split them. I don't want to experience that idealistic stage of a relationship or friendship or whatever. I don't want to experience the intense anger or sadness, and so it's just easier to put a wall up and kind of remain an island unto myself. So hopefully, I'm sure that's not as succinct as I'd like it to be, but lovers and friends, once I got done with that video, I realized there was something else that I wanted to add, and I started thinking about things, and there is some dysfunctional thinking in how I go about doing some things. So anyways, I sent a email to this person stating that we can't be friends, and she's basically a casualty of my past. And my email wasn't mean. It was just basically, we can't be friends. Don't email me back, and just let it go and leave it alone. And I was sincere when I wrote that. I really did not want to hear back from her. Where I would experience things that I've experienced in the past, where you get these intense, happiness and then sadness and anger, and so it's just a way of keeping my wall up. Anyways, she did send me a reply. I didn't read it. I just deleted it. I didn't want to read it and have it be something that would piss me off or upset me, so I just went ahead and deleted it. I figured what I don't know is probably for the best. I think in some ways I've just accepted I'm not able to really be a friend to anybody. Now, if she was to write me again and say, if she was just write me again, then I would open the email and I'd read it and see what she had to say, and I'd probably respond to it in some way. So when I sit here and I think about this, the whole thing is like really just kind of fucked up. And I wonder, why did I feel the need to send her an email stating we can't be friends, don't email me? It seems like a more rational person just wouldn't reply or just wouldn't send anything. And I've done videos in the past where I've stated I think people with borderline personality disorder have a hard time asking for what it is they need or expressing their feelings. And so I think by sending that email, even though I was sincere about not wanting her to reply, I think that was think that by sending the email, that was a tactic to express my disappointment. So is what I think. Because otherwise there's really no logic for me to have sent that email. I mean, I don't think I had to send something out stating we can't be friends because of my past. So I guess when I think about this, it makes me think that while I was sincere in not wanting her to respond back to me, it was a dysfunctional way of saying I don't want to be hurt, I guess. Something like that. If that makes sense. I think the logical approach would have been either just not to say, write anything back and just let it go, or send out an email basically stating, you know, I felt like this because. So anyways, I don't know if that makes sense. So I just wanted to add that in there. Thanks. Bye. Oh, continue on with the rest of this video. It has been some months. Do I feel better about life with humans today? I don't know how to answer that. You know, again, it just, I don't hate anyone. I don't like anyone. People are just there. I don't benefit from anyone in any way. And so again, it's just kind of keeping my wall up. Just for my protection, I guess. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to experience those intense emotions, and I don't seem to be able to overcome it. So don't hate anyone, don't like anyone. Everything is just really casual, I guess. Just very superficial, maybe. Going back to an old video that I did, it was, I think it was like borderline personality versus schizoid, and person there, I must have been bitching about something about, you know, I don't have that many viewers or many subscribers, and so I think the person was, they were going on talking about, you know, I might do better if I had more, you know, better lighting, better editing, more scripted. And when it comes to this, I really don't. I see some videos on channels where it's so scripted and so edited, it doesn't seem, I guess, as authentic. And I like mine to try to be as authentic as possible. And two, I just don't want to put in the effort, I guess, to do that because I don't have that many subscribers. But anyways, and people don't leave that many comments, and I get discouraged when I put a video up and after a week it only has like 25 views. I've never had a video that I've put up where I've gotten over 100 views in less than a week. It'd be nice for that to happen. I'm jealous of the people that can do a video and then in a couple hours they got like a couple thousand views. But anyway, so I was telling Chris that you know, I wouldn't do something like that because it's I wouldn't do it unless I knew that there would actually be a benefit from doing that, which would be having more subscribers. And I would have to be, and so he basically put, he quoted me where I guess I said, I need someone to prove me wrong so I could see actual improvements in numbers and views. And then he put, do you mean someone with a channel similar to yours, to yours, who increases their audience with the help of production techniques? And that's not what I mean. What it basically means is I don't want to go through the effort of doing that because I'm not going to get, if I don't want to put in the effort of doing video production and editing and writing out scripts because I know I'm not going to get additional viewers and subscribers by doing that. So it's basically, I guess, reading into the future. Why do it if I'm not going to benefit from it? So I would need to be proved wrong in that sense. So if somebody took on that chore for me and did it and they proved me wrong, then I would see the benefit of that. Nobody obviously is going to do that, so I'll rely on my own intuition that there is no point in me putting in a lot of effort into video techniques and editing and production because it's not going to do me any good. I'm not going to gain any subscribers from it, so I can do nothing and get just as much benefit as in putting in a lot of effort. And I think, now that I just said that, that's really a lot of my view on a lot of life. Why even try? I can do nothing, and doing nothing, my life sucks. And guess what? If I try to do something, my life is going to suck. And not only is it going to suck, I'm going to feel worse and more depressed because I tried, and I got the same result as if I could have done nothing. So, anyways, I think that's enough for this video. I've bored you all to death. Hopefully no one died in the process from seeing my face. If they did, you can blame Reese on this. It is his fault because otherwise I would not have done this. So if you want to check out my poetry, feel free. It's allpoetry.com/darksidewritings. Hopefully this video has been helpful. Leave comments. Subscribe, share, do whatever the fuck you like. Anyways, that's enough for this video. I'll try to do one maybe in a week or so. Thanks. Bye.